Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, I realize in the last couple episodes, there's been a lot of technical stuff and a lot of steps on building your business and moving things forward. Kris and I talked it over. I didn't want to have that many technical steps in a row, but sometimes there's just no way around it. This is stuff that you needed kind of back-to-back type thing. Anyway, moving on. What I'd like to cover with you in this episode, I want to go back to your mindset and how you look at things. You know, a lot of times as I'm coaching people, they always ask me a lot of questions. And all those questions start out with, what if? Don, what if this happens? What if I run my ads and I don't get anybody to buy and I run out of money? What if? And yeah, I agree, all that stuff can happen. But what you need to do is be on guard for the way you look at things. There's nothing wrong with what if, but let's look at the other side of the fence and say, what if this thing works? What if I turn my yearly income into my monthly income? What if it does exactly what I want it to do? What if my business blows up and I'm making 6 figures a month? Here's what it comes down to. There's nothing wrong with what if, but you have to be standing on the right side of the fence when you're asking the question. And this happens to everybody. I've done it hundreds of times. You'll start thinking, boy, what if this doesn't work? The negative side of things. And I've learned to pick up on it now. What I do, as soon as I catch myself saying stuff like, what if this doesn't sell? Or what if this doesn't work? What if I don't make any money? I automatically switch to what if? What if it does? What's going to change in my life when this works? And what I've learned over time is you can pull yourself out of a negative thought process just by simply looking at the other side of the fence. What's going to happen when I start making the big money? Because what I've learned with the what if questions as I'm coaching, let's deal with what if when it happens, if it's the negative side of things. If the what if is something that, what if I make big money? Then we can deal with that now, because we can start laying the groundwork of how you're going to handle it when you have a successful business that's making you 6 figures a month. So the next time you start thinking negative thoughts, what if this doesn't sell? What if I spend money on ads and nothing happens? What if nobody wants to buy my product? What makes me think that I'm good enough that people are going to want to pay me for my information? Those are all a negative thought process. What I want you to think about is, what if I put my training out there and it sells so fast I can't handle all the clients? That's a nice problem to have. We'll look at how to handle that problem down the road. There's certain what if problems that are great problems to have. But what I want you to do, in the main focus of this podcast right here, is I want you to be able to change your mindset just by the things you say to yourself. So the next time you catch yourself, what if this doesn't work? Change it to, what if this does work and it gives me my yearly income in a month's time? That's just something to think about. That's everything I have for this episode of The Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.